What is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of my Knights playthrough here. Guys, last episode was really brutal and beginning to feel better with having a surplus of cash once again rather than being down in the dumps of economy. Also, thanks to these age objectives completed, we have the age bonus of transfer subject and beginning to make some claims against Aragon, which I would love to utilize, but right now he's looking in good shape to kind of defend himself. Hopefully in the future, eventually. Hopefully before they run out, quite frankly. But nonetheless, they are going to provide us the opportunity to claim over here against Tunis. Tunis looks really vulnerable. I have been thinking about this though, guys. A part of me wants to just grab an area. This area is just not a bad area to state. It's not going to be accepted culture, but we are going to be able to somewhat stabilize it as our conversion strength is really picking up here shortly. So yeah, part of me just wants to take this to empower myself, and I'm really torn between doing that or just taking the one province here and not stating it up. So it's not much of a liability, easily stabilized with a small rebel stack, giving us the opportunity to raid, and then at a later date, I have the option to release Tunis as a subject and reconquest for him. Do you see what I'm saying? For me, it's a really hard decision. I know full well that if somebody attacks him and annexes him, they might remove some of his core, so there's that to consider. But I'm having a really hard decision because I think both would benefit us massively. Expanding our own country would be good. Now, we are one Diplo slot over, guys. We do have a Diplo relation slot here in our own ideas, and at Admin Tech 7, we get a second idea group. Well, this episode we might find ourselves going in against Georgia, as QQ might not back him up, and yeah, I doubt this nation, Shervan, can core this occupation, obviously. So unless he's gonna vassalize Georgia or something, we might be able to go in and grab those two provinces, which is not insignificant for us. Anything that we can do is good. And otherwise, let's get started. We're actually sitting fairly well in terms of diplomacy, I would say. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm skeptical if we could defend ourselves like this against the Ottomans. We really need some better tech rulers on Poland. But the sick ruler that the Ottomans begins with has finally passed away, and it's time for some of these useless Eastern European rulers here to pass away as well. I completely forgot. Austria's been giving us subsidies of 2 ducats, and he just cancelled that. That's part of the reason we've actually been doing better than we're doing well economically, which I forgot about. We are coring up this province, which is thankfully Catholic, and we are about to convert province here in Moria. And hopefully instability here as we've accepted, and the culture is being converted. Thanks for that heads up, game. We're going to war here, lads. As the Golden Horde versus us, this is the perfect opportunity to show strength. Wow, that makes me feel good, guys, because what I was going to say is the real downside, what I'm really upset about right now, like, the game's going well. I just wish that we didn't have such useless rulers in air myself. And I'm really hoping, I don't know, at least before the year 1500, I would love to be able to afford my own advisors, but an opportunity here to keep our power projection up is really good. One way or another, as Circassia is about to make an occupation for us, we should be able to show strength here, giving us power projection when we peace out, but also I might just keep my army maintenance down, guys. That was as good as one already. Just try to be as economical as possible. those monarch points. This is going to give us 100 monarch points this war. Awesome. Now, in the meantime, I guess I should be making more claims against the Mamluks. The Ottomans could attack them at any stage. The Ottomans' options are beginning to become more few and far between. Wow, they're rank 2 and 3. The Ottomans are ahead in tech. I wonder if they would just be comfortable. Oh, his forces are so low right now. I mean, the Ottomans will boost it up, though. I don't know. He's kind of blocked himself in here, allying AQ. I suggest eventually this will break. It must do. With the claims he has there, AQ's done like a north to south blockage of the Ottomans off here. Either way, I'm really happy about that. If I had waited well, obviously 1 month, but even a few days, we might have lost the humiliate rival CB there against the Horde. Now, if he is getting annexed, which it looks like, then we're about to 100% him when the Kazan leaves us with what remains. So I should be doing something with my diplomat. I still can't max my relations with Circassia, I'm sorry to say. I mean, we could give him a gift to integrate him, but I guess fabricating on somebody, in this case the Mamluks, is the best option. Is there any really crazy way that we can exploit our age bonus, I wonder? We have to consider that Protestantism will come around. No, I don't see it. I think that there it is, 100% on the Golden Horde. Shows strength. Boom. Love it. 100 of each monarch point. Give me that missionary strength. Making converting much quicker and easier. And we finally have a fort defense combined with our garrison size. That's something that I'm really looking forward to kind of exploiting further. Although I don't think exploiting is the appropriate term. That was nice and productive. Power projection's up. So we got Kazan. We could probably pull the same thing off against Kazan guys here. Eventually. I like that much more than QQ and the other option of AQ. I should come over here though, ready to go in against Georgia if something remains from Georgia. And before he has the opportunity to ally somebody up. He rivaled us in return, so we're now rivals. Surely that is not a mistake. It's inevitable that Muscovy will go in against him eventually. And he's only got AQ. Not that big of a deal for us. Especially if he won't. Well, if we continue to grow in strength, let's say, AQ is a big deal for us, but I don't know. We might find that AQ doesn't back him up if he gets attacked by... oh, hello! Work. Don't ally anybody, you noob. Don't do it for once, just... Yes. Yes. Die! Okay, doing things, guys. Little things, small things, but things nonetheless. Doing things feels good, real good. Feel the pain, you fool. Now, how long does that reduced development cost last? Quite a while. Cool. We might actually develop some military here, because I seem to be quite far ahead in military points. We can now develop Negropont as well if I just core it up. That's cool to see. There, I'll develop that up to 20. That seems sensible. Give us a building slot, etc. Same thing here. Burgers are giving us 10% reduced development. That's good. Cool. And we're like the most stable we've ever been. This is so exciting. Awesome. So, I haven't decided what the solution is, but I think, yeah, I think I should just strengthen myself. That's what I think. So I'm going to make the claim on Tunis itself, as it's the largest, and Yeah, I'll try to claim the rest of those up in the meantime. At least that one of 12. Maybe I won't bother claiming the 9 development. $30 ducats fighting this war. He doesn't have any navy. So right now the Ottomans are not doing anything, but they could at any stage, right? Now, do all of our allies like us? Seems that way. I'm going to improve relation with the Papal State, though, as it gives us papal influence over time. And speaking of which, guys, I expect our papal influence to start getting better and better, because now that our religious unity is okay, our devotion is going to start getting better and better. Well, this unfortunately doesn't do anything for us. It's the Crimean area, which I haven't even stated up. Genoa's got such sick diplomacy. Italy is going to fall out of the empire, though, eventually. I mean, let's just take that, because I don't want to lose the prestige for a bonus that we're not going to use. I kind of wish Poland would pull some kind of other ally, guys. He's got 1, 2, 3. He's not even maxed out on Diplo slots. Like, can you ally somebody, dude? Because we could find the Ottomans. He desires their land, and we could find he gears up to attack them. No doubt. But I would expect him to declare on Genoa at some stage when he falls out of the empire. If France falters, like, the Ottomans are probably going to be on point in that regard. We've caught up Negropont. How are we doing here? Develop that up to 10. This war was not cost effective, as we've been having our army maintenance up for so long, but, you know, it's not a bad thing. Even if we don't state this area up, which I might state it up. There's coal there, so that's probably worth getting, but it's hard to develop in the mountains. Regardless, I might state it up because we're just so weak. We'll see how I feel. But even if we don't, you know, any little bit helps, let's be honest. When you're this small, oh, we can take points from the estates as well. Cool. Now, I'm scared about the clergy takeover. But it looks to me like if we do that and then remove this at a later date, that's the points there. Let's take that, that's the points there. And then I'm actually going to remove this because I'm worried about social mobility, so he's upset with us now. What can you do? Yep, let's take a general. Some military points. So I got them all, right? I did. Got them all. Alright, guys, we're really close to taking this devoutness. Beautiful. That's going to sort out my devotion, which was hitting like the 50% mark. At the 50% mark, those modifiers, they go to 0 and then start going into inverse, guys, reducing your tax and your papal influence and your prestige. But we're pulling out of it, we're recovering. Now we're doing perfectly fine in terms of aggressive expansion. Most of our wars have been against Orthodox nations, with the exception of Venice. And yeah, cool. I guess let's prep ourselves to go over to Tunis here, and I won't turn my army maintenance down in the meantime. Unlike last episode, where it seemed like impending doom from the Ottomans, at every moment he wasn't fighting a war, he was standing here and here. I was genuinely nervous. That doesn't seem to be an issue at the moment currently, which is really good. Makes me feel better. He's drilling his armies right now. I just wish my heir and ruler would die, in particular my ruler, who is 205. And otherwise, before the episode ends, definitely looking forward to fighting this war. Tunis so far seems unable to pull an alliance. Yeah, we'll take up for -5. We can now start building some cannons. Which I guess I will do. Yeah, dude, that affected my naval force limit. I'm not sure about my actual force limit, but it gave us an additional naval force limit out here. It's good. It's real good, regardless of not stating it up. We are going to have Orthodox rebels. We've got all kinds of rebels. Greek separatists? Rhodes? Oh, that's not converted yet. Damn. Damn. Okay. Remove this edict in the meantime. Okay, the Papal State empowering itself. I guess that's good. We pretty much have the two Italians as allies, the two contending Italians to be the one that rules them all, right? I mean, these are the two who are doing nicely, and they're both our friends, and somehow they don't hate each other either. That's pretty good. Austria is looking more and more in reach. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Hungary is now rivaling Poland, and vice versa. We barely managed to get them both, I suppose. The one opportunity that we had to get them both we did, which is pretty cool. So I'm wondering about this truce. We got plenty of time. Nobody's going to attack him, right? Aragon's got no claims. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and claim up that last province. So we're going to have to be patient here, guys. Definitely looking forward to fighting that war. Oh, Tripoli forms. Oh, and Tripoli is no longer allied to that guy. Interesting. The more that North Africa is kind of fractured, the better for us. If we're going to go into that theater. Yeah, I guess we'll just take unrest here. I don't want to boost the autonomy. We're such a small nation. We need our autonomy. Wait, did that affect the clergy? Huh? Seems weird. Great. That decision I made? That ain't good. I'll have to remove that, but then the clergy's going to be upset as well. Okay, and talking about the papal influence, I think let's go for inflation reduction at this stage. Try to jam that down. That's the way we can improve our economy. Just keep that bonus jammed. And I'm looking at Austria here. Can you become emperor again, please, dude? Because you're not that hard as it is. With your 2016 out of 26. Ugh. But if you become emperor now, a bit better. Just saying. There it is, the devoutness. Sorting out our yearly devotion and our yearly papal influence with 6.5 and counting. Nice. Really looking forward to spamming the mercantilism later on, guys. We're not going to need that claim soon, hopefully, as we can take the, or those claims in general, as we can take the Deus Vult. 2 years' time, I'm hoping that Muscovy ravages Kazan. And then we can do a show strength against him once again. Aragon, QQ, and AQ. Dude, we're going up in the world, man. We're going up in the world. Aragon's a valid rival. Which means we could appease Castile and Burgundy. Uh-oh. He's still young. I'm thinking about Iberian Wedding. See, if this guy gets an heir, that guy dies. Iberian Wedding could fire, but I think he's good. He's still in his 30s. I don't want Iberian Wedding to fire, naturally. Just lose the innovativeness there. Genoa rivaling us. Genoa's not got some kind of sick alliance that he can call in against us, right? I don't see why the Knights would hate us. I did notice in between episodes, I'm not sure I mentioned it, that the Ottomans and France rivaled each other. That's good, because as you all know, you can get the Doomsday Alliance between the two. And that's one good thing about Austria became an invalid rival for the Ottomans, because he lost emperorship without expanding whatsoever. He was weak. Like, maybe they're a valid rival now, maybe, I don't know. But because they lost that, that's typically why these two ally each other, guys, is they both have a lack of powerful alliances, both of them do, and usually over the rivalry with Austria, they're eventually able to make a friendship with each other, and then they take it. They're just like, yes, because they're both powerful, both desperately seeking powerful allies. And yeah, we benefited that, and then as time goes on, they lack rival options, they rival each other, so that's good. We might be able to ally France later. Are we allied to any of his enemies? No. But we're kind of seeking Austria. We might just go for the French alliance, and later on call him in. What about the Mems here? It looks like Castile could rival him in due time, and somehow Castile and France are not each other's throats. So why don't I improve relations with him? The other option I have is to keep fabricating on the Mamelukes here, guys, but I don't know, this spy network seems to be so slow. Maybe it's my imagination, or maybe I'm just moving along slow, but it is what it is. Speaking of which, as soon as I have... I mean, I hope I don't regret this and this guy allies somebody. I'll be so sad if Tunis allies somebody. But he looks pretty down and out to me. Waiting for 30 spy network, and I'm going to go in and take all 3 of these provinces, and I'm actually looking forward to actually stating this up, converting it, and it's going to embolden our nation. Now, I think somewhere... I want to check when we can raid. Is it up here? I've forgotten, guys. Some of our raiding is out of kilt, and it might be up to the right here. No. It's all roughly the same, as far as I can tell. This is an issue, the dominance of the clergy. Ah, it's not as bad as I thought. We're good. So we're about 6 years away from being able to raid again. There it is. Oh my goodness. The Ottomans go in. The big move. Finally made. That's one we got to keep an eye on. Now, I think we should be bold. See, as far as the Mamluks in general, this would be sketchy fighting them and just depending on the Ottomans. But in terms of going for Cyprus, I think if we see the Ottomans winning at sea, I think we can afford to fight that and be bold. And one thing we have to be concerned about is the Ottomans going for Cyprus. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. It looks like the Ottomans are dominating the seas already. Because we can get a fort, we can get taking war school, we can blockade his coasts, and he will be demoralized to some extent. Yeah. The Ottomans do outtake him. Okay, so the Ottomans get up massively. Look at that, dude. With the military tech advantage. I think the Ottomans are going to crush him here. So let's look at his navy. It's like huge, basically. Huge galleys, huge transports, but I don't see any of it. Where is it? Let's go look around. Oh, I can raid here. Why can I raid? Because that became no longer Catholic. That's why. We can raid Cyprus. Interesting. Because it was integrated. Yeah, I don't want the Ottomans to go onto Cyprus and then I'll be really sad. So let's go ahead and claim that up. And I'm gonna go into for this war, guys. Believe it or not. Where's his navy, though? I don't see it. It might be in the Red Sea. I don't see it. But it looks all good to me, guys. He's only got Yemen. Okay. Once again, this is even more stressful than when we fought Venice, I would say. Like, but here we go. Let's get on to Cyprus. Get the fort, get the ticking war score. We should at least be able to take Cyprus. I'll be staggered if we're not able to. Are we converting roads? We are. We might be able to get rid of the unrest before Rhodes rebel spawns and then it disappears. Otherwise, we will have to manage this unrest like over there in Georgia. We seem totally clear as far as I can tell. That's only with 11. I totally think we can take Cyprus for sure. But hopefully more. See, I'm interested in more. I'm interested in how far we can push it, like go into North Africa here. Okay, we called that stuff up. It's good. We don't need the rest of these troops. Come to think of it. Yes, I do. Let's bloody bring our siege general. Dude, that's one of my biggest peeves right now about this game. It used to do it. If you used to have a stack and you automatically transport, it used to send your general into the ships and away to help. And it doesn't anymore. It seems to intentionally not send your general. It's so frustrating. Okay. Stop that. No go. Thank you. I should keep my relations up with Hungary and Poland, guys. Both of them, because they're rivaling each other. If they decide to ally or rival another one of my allies, like Hungary rivals Milan or something, abruptly we're going to lose him. And I've spoken about this already, but I would really like to see Poland ally anybody. I don't care who. Anybody. Like, look at this. Denmark's rivaling Hungary. Why don't you two ally each other? You might think he's allied to Muscovy. I mean, Poland don't care. Oh, Kazan's under attack. I wonder if we can get crazy and fight that at the same time. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Let's blockade this. This is going to be a fort and war goal achieved. I'm giving Muscovy access for sure to come down here and hurt QQ. So we're converting both of those, which is going to spawn Georgian separatists. We might find like Muscovy cleans this up for us, guys. Something like that. It's going to be interesting to see how much the Ottomans take. Oh, dude, their claims mostly disappeared before they declared this. Unlucky for him. You know, it's whatever. If he spends points inefficiently, I'm happy with that. I don't care. We've actually got a lot to do. I expected to go into Tunis this episode, guys, but maybe we'll push it back. Ah, Navy, kill Navy, must kill Navy. So that's come around from the Red Sea, obviously. But see, this is one thing I was worried about, is if the Ottomans piece him out and he has Navy, we got to be worried, right? But we just wrecked his Navy. I mean, we still have to be really worried. His Navy is so strong. But this is good. It's mostly just transports, though. We want to eliminate the heavy and the galleys for sure. And by eliminate, I mean have the Ottomans help us eliminate them. Okay. What does army professionalism look like? Ugh. devastation feels bad, man. God dang it. I don't have money to spend on this, man. The devastation feels bad, man. Ah, fine. Acting like we're a rich man or something like that. God dang it. Now, I'm wondering if we can get a fort on the mainland, but it's risky. But I see Ottomans nearby, dude. I'm also wondering if we just leave that, if Muscovy is going to come down and clean it up. He asked for access because he's going to come through. Ooh, prestige is nice. Sweet. So his enthusiasm's holding up fine. We can do the blockade for war score and enthusiasm affecting. We can get a small amount of occupations. And here's hoping we can get a fort on the mainland. I hope I don't regret this, dude. But the Ottomans appear to be pushing closer and closer. See, this is what we needed when our devotion was just bloody bleeding out. But 50 admin points feels good, man. And devotion also feels good, I guess. Okay. If I can make an occupation here, then we can quickly reinforce. We're just hindered by the speed of our navy. I'm trying not to stress, guys. Like, a part of me wants to desperately get this occupation going before the Ottomans do, but it's whatever, you know? If they beat me to it, they beat me to it. Rebels walked off into... yes, haha. Into AQ. There we go. Good. There's galleys. Shoot. I need Ottoman Navy over here. Let's... Can we insult you? My power projection's depleting. I don't like it. Alright, hopefully the Ottomans is kind of protecting us here, guys. That's what I was going for and hoping for. What should we take? I know that the, this combat terrain on your capital is, like, useless for us because we have coastline, guys. There is no coastline in this game. Like, even this stuff is, like, coastal desert, you see? That's not going to do anything for us. We don't have colonies. Cavalry ratio is bad. We don't care. I might do war taxes for free. Or aggressive expansion reduction. Screw it. I'll take aggressive expansion reduction. Our aggressive expansion is like 0, but we're going to start, hopefully, because we're going to start expanding, getting some aggressive expansion here against sort of Sunni and potentially Catholics as well. But the only, it was between war taxes for free, which I would have done. That's what I was thinking about, but I think the 10% aggressive expansion is good. Anyways, Cyprus is worth 7 war score, and we can almost take it. But I'm trying my luck here and trying to get what I would really like, guys, is a foothold anywhere here. Like, if we just take Benghazi, it's going to give us status vault against him and the Mamelukes, and we don't have to stress so much about having the... Damn, Castile looks like unachievable as an ally. We don't have to stress so much about having CB against him if we have Deus Vult. So the Ottomans are at 40%. How's Yemen's enthusiasm? Medium. I definitely have to look out. Oh, good for us, he's fighting multiple wars, not just the Ottomans. I was going to say I should definitely look out to piece him out if I can, so that we're not basically stuck 1v1ing him. These rebels got taken care of. Excellent. We got Greek separatists coming, and it's just in Negropont. Excellent. And Orthodox rebels progressing in Crete, but barely. Excellent. We're almost entirely sorted in terms of religious unity. I can see the Ottomans are right there, so I feel somewhat protected. Wow, this is exciting, guys. I feel like war reparations, if we could push it for that, would be really wise. See, we don't have to spend our admin desperately, guys. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we're spending it efficiently. What I'm more worried about is setting ourselves up to just spend copious amounts of admin in the future. Right now, we have things to spend it on. As long as I'm not going to worry about balanced research, though, I'm going to spend it on this idea group. Yearly prestige. Okay, go kill this navy, Ottomans. Good job. Those were just transports, though. He still has a formidable navy. He lost his heavy ship. Wherever his heavy ship was, he lost it. Yes, 50 admin. Nice. He's got a lot of galleys and lights here, so I want to try to not suffer. Losses here. What the? Yemen died. Aden annexed Yemen. Okay. That sorts that out. Check it out, guys. Low enthusiasm. Feels good, man. That's good. That's real good. And we can see that we have the kind of what I require. Look at that. Look at that. The dream. You guys might think I'm crazy. Well, you know what? Let's try to steal some of this fleet. We're at 16. I was going to say that I'm actually going to piece it out, believe it or not, but let's try to steal some of this fleet. We're obliterating him. Wow. Despite not having many galleys, our damage sitting behind Crimea's cogs and my galleys is doing really well. I just would like to steal some of his fleet. $70 is our lowest, most damaged ship. Nice. Okay, nothing was stolen. Let's repair. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. If the Ottomans piece him out, his enthusiasm's going to bounce way up. And as crazy as it seems, I'm going to try to wrap this war up real quickly. Just get out, even though we could do more. But, like I said, going to try to steal his fleet here. As we're poor. Ugh, that's scary. Leave me alone. And I don't want to build navy because we're poor. Yeah, fleet repairs itself a bit. His is damaged more than ours. That's really going to affect his morale. Okay, we got a huge amount of reinforcement. He's dead, basically. We actually lost a ship. God, flip. Great. That's it. I'm done. Wish my luck there did not work out for us, but this money, though. Wow, yes. In my opinion, way more worth some trashy provinces here, guys. We're gonna have Deus Vult now due to this. I'm happy with that. Give me yo money. Beautiful. Talk about being poor. Lovely. Beautiful. We got Crete. Get wrecked. Feels good, man. That's Orthodox. We'll convert that up. Alrighty. Let's go, yeah, that's going to increase the size of the rebel stack. But we can handle rebels nowadays. If we have cash like that, we can. Awesome. That was fun and cool. We did something, guys. But I'd love to go in against... yeah, like Morocco. So it's all good. It is what it is. I'm actually probably more happy about this than going in against Tunis. But we might find the opportunity to go in against Tunis in the future anyway. If Morocco gets attacked by one of the Iberians or something like that. I'm happy with how things are going. Yet another Greek province on lock, and I will actually stake that up. That's a 15 development province, and I will actually state it up. I feel like this is not the best state ever, but it's okay. And I'm happy to invest there, no problem. So if I could get this guy out of my life, get the relations with him, that would be really good. I guess we have prestige. Screw it. The reason I'm going to force on him there, guys, and spend all of my prestige placating him, the reason why is because we haven't enforced on anybody. And I want to enforce on somebody so that we have the age thing achieved in the nice present on 2 continents. So maybe I can get the war exhaustion or war taxes, excuse me, for free sooner rather than later. Yeah, that's actually going to improve our relations. There we go. So we can integrate him there, thank goodness. And we now, in the next age, have enforced religion on a nation, which is one of the requirements. Of course they spawn on Cyprus. You're 12k on Cyprus. Thanks, game. Brilliant. Well, looks like we need cogs, guys. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to go over our force limit. There we go. Thanks, game. Stupid rebels. And my prestige being low is going to make fighting the rebels difficult. But it's all good. We've been through worse. So I'm interested to see what the Ottomans take. I'm skeptical that they will go all the way down to here, guys. I don't think they will. I think they'll take in this area, these areas. These areas are the same color, by the way, which like can make you so hyped if you haven't seen that they're 2. Because in of themselves, Aleppo is nice. And this is not terrible either. But they look exactly the same in this map mode, which is dumb. But it's just how it goes sometimes. It's obviously not intended. So we made ourselves that little bit stronger, which is really cool. I'm hoping that the Pope rivals Aragon at some stage, guys. That would be really good. I don't like this situation, but I think we stayed up something like this. Now we're going to be out of range of social mobility. Yeah, help us out a little bit there. And what I will begin to do, guys, is probably move one of my merchants to Alexandria after our next war with the Mems. Well, that gave us a ton of inflation. We should definitely prioritize jamming our inflation down. And I foresee in our future here, guys, that we are going to be able to afford some advisors soon. 240 Diplo points, worth it. Be out of my life, please. Oh no! This guy's allied to Nogai. He's guaranteed my Nogai, and I have no indication how strong Nogai is. God dang it. I want to humiliate rival him. Nogai's in debt. There's no indication. Haven't discovered the nation. Ah, I'm gonna take a risk that we all take him. Man, I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass here. Am I dumb? I think we can handle the guy. So Cassio will help me as well. Okay, somebody died, and I just know that, yeah, it was our bad. It was our heir. Our heir is, it was our bad. You obviously know what I'm thinking there. Our heir is better than our ruler, I think, but still bad. So... let's appease the nobility here, which is always going to take away from the clergy. Okay, we don't need to lose... well, gaining Ah, yeah. We'll gain prestige at the cost of devotion. Our devotion's good nowadays. 441. Not bad. I mean, it is bad, let's face it. I'd love to roll one epic ruler one time. This guy's probably going to be around for a little while. 25% reduced mercenary maintenance. That's actually going to benefit us. Nice. Cool. Oh! Please don't make me regret this. I hope no guy's not too scary. There he is. He's not too scary. Sweet. Going in, lads, for the show strength once again. Get our power projection up once again. Give us those points. It's all about those monarch points. Even though we're doing well in some areas. Wait, I should be able to move out there. Just one at a time, I guess. Discover stuff. Yeah, we're really far ahead in military. That's awkward. That's awkward. What are we going to do with our military points? We're too far ahead. I guess develop. You can strengthen government. I might do that. It improves your tax. I might do that. Yep. It does improve your tax. I mean, I hate doing that, guys, but we're just so far ahead. I should also not shy away from rolling generals right now. We are almost 50 traditions, so if I need to roll generals, then I might roll generals. Our rebels are coming back here. Otherwise, I should try to think about strategic claims. Wait, what is going on here? Do you know, so, really? Okay, I misread that. Genoa's bringing France in to do work for him, so we might find Genoa becoming one of the Italian powerhouses and the Pope declining here. Probably sensible just to get myself some vision here first. I'm just going to try getting a guy out. If he lets me siege down his stuff, that's why I couldn't move. Because he turned the fort maintenance on when I declared the war. I see how it is. Let's get a cannon. If we can get a cannon, then I can start using military points to artillery barrage. That's what we can do with our points, which isn't a complete waste of them. Right? Ah, oh, jeez, I'm stressing out a little bit about this. Or get the guy out. Get out. This is going to prevent us from integrating when he's under siege. God dang it. God dang it, can I stop getting these events, please? Why do you do this to me? Alright. Wow, the Ottoman took a big chunk. But not our chunk. Interesting. I find that very interesting. War reparations are worth 3.5. Wow, best decision I've ever made in my life. Ugh, access is so jacked up here, never mind. Ooh, I can assault this. These Cyprus rebels, Greek separatists, are an issue. They're going to progress now. But my conks have finished, so I can deal with them theoretically. Nice. Okay, he's almost peaceable. Let's go kill these. Holy War Crusade? Oh, we lost Holy War. I guess Crusade was just cancelled there. I must have misread that. We have an exiled army. Say what? 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 This doesn't look right. Uh-oh, Kazan is no longer existing. What's happening right now? Let's wait till next month to find out. Why is there like almost 20k here? I'm stressing. This exile is going to save the day though. Yeah, no, Kazan still exists somewhere up there. Okay, I kind of regret this war right now. Let's just get Nogai out, and we should be able to get access through Muscovy. Stack wiping troops like this is definitely going to help in the war effort. That exile was a bit of a blessing, guys, if you see what I'm saying. Because he didn't see us being a threat there for some reason, because the AI is dumb, I guess. I was freaking out there, by the way, guys, because I thought that Muscovy fully annexed Kazan, and that we suddenly transferred our war to Nogai, and we were now fighting his allies. But it's just my imagination for the most part. We're all good. Now, I think we're about ready to... I think it's this year that we can raid, and that would make me feel really good, because I'm beginning to feel a little bit poor right now. So, we out-tech this guy, and we've got Knight's Discipline. He is inside his own territory though, but I think with our numbers, we can defeat him, and then we can probably piece him out. I suggest we can get access from Muscovy, walk up, take the capital, deal with that. So how are the Greeks doing? Yeah, they're progressing, but it is what it is. Let's get prestige to help us in these battles. Nice event there, nice. Military points are really high right now. Alright, raiding time. Let's go around raiding, that makes me feel better, guys. Sorry to actually end it abruptly here, guys, but this is going to take longer than I thought. And the Ottomans are having some instability issues here. I feel safe from them with the fact that they're suffering from that and diplomacy. I feel like this war is going to be successful, don't you guys think? He's at no risk of instantly getting this because the garrison's high enough. So although we're in the midst of a war, I feel like this is a perfect place to end. I think this is going to be successful. We'll drop below 50 power projection briefly, but then back up. Those points are going to be, I guess, I'll spend them wherever. Development is probably the smartest way to spend the military points. Let's be honest, we don't need a strength in government. So I'll just YOLO develop some provinces where our military is. We're going to be really far ahead. And yeah, I think we're creeping up there, guys. We're creeping up there. Our influence is growing. As far as this is concerned, we now have 13 transports. He's got no general. So we should be okay. We outnumber him to go in there. And unlike previously, it wouldn't be the most devastating thing ever if we lost to him. Like, we're in much better shape than we've been, let's put it that way. But anyway, that's the end of this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to tune in next time to see what our endeavors are then. Perhaps Tunis, I don't know.